Hi guys, how are you today? I'm Dr Lynda Cramer and thank you so much for being here today. Okay, a little bit of news because if you've been watching me now, I've had news every week, right? Oh my God. Guess what happened to me? I got hit by a car. I'm okay. Saturday, okay? I went over to my local shops and because there's like 200 shops, it's all that sort of in the open. There's pedestrian crossings everywhere. There's about 6 pedestrian crossings in this centre. So I walked to the pedestrian crossing. I stopped. The guy stopped. So I walked out, and then the idiot, I'm just saying idiot, he accelerated into me. So funny thing, isn't it funny that when we see something coming towards us, instinctively we put our hand out? So my hand went onto his bonnet, this hand, and yeah, next thing I know, I'm on the ground. But he got out. He reckons he didn't even see me. But then why did he stop? So anyway, yeah, I've hurt my hand. So if you can see it, yeah, it's bruised. I've still got some cuts on there. But if you look at the both hands, this one is visibly yellow, more yellow than the other because it's got a big bruise on it. But I'm fine. So I've been taking some time off. So spiritually, what does this mean? I got hit by a car. We've always got to stay positive. We've always got to be aware of signs because this is a big message from me, getting my hand hurt. Because what do I do with my hands? I type. So, interesting week I've just had because I did an interview and it's a very small channel, which I don't care if they're huge like Sharman Oaks or little startups, but I spoke about what I want to do in my next book. Ha 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 ha. So it is coming along. I'm going to wait until I get this interview out. It's going to be probably over an hour of this interview, but a lot of the stuff I was talking about with these hosts is mentioned in my new book that I'm writing. It's all about conscious healing. You know, anyone who knows me, I've had a brain tumor, I've had throat cancer, and I've also got a broken neck. How did I heal those? Because I've been to heaven and I know how this energy works, right? So I've got to put this into words and I've got to get this out there. All right. So this is my sign that I've got to start typing when this heals. Well, it's slowing me down because my hand's up, so I'm just making notes because thank God I'm ambidextrous, so I can write with my left hand as well, right? So please know that I am starting this new book and I hope and pray this is what the world needs right now. Look how many people have got turbo cancer. Look how many people are having heart attacks, strokes, blood clots. We all know what it's from, okay? They're trying to hide it by chemtrails, food additives, and all this other stuff. But why such a high influx of people dying over the last 5 years? Ha, ha, ha. Once you see it, we know it. So I've got to get this self-help book out there. Because if I say that word self and then I follow it with healing, it gets banned because every video I've done on that is banned. They don't want us to learn how to do this, but it's time I've got to get this out there. I'm probably only going to share it to people, with people who it's not associated to the big websites, okay, because they ban it. You know, I've got a book. It's called the Higher Self Meditation Handbook. It got banned. Have you noticed it's not for sale? Because, I was honest in there. How do we raise ourselves up, connect to our higher self, talk to angels, get manifestation, law of attraction type goodness coming to us? They banned it. So if you do want a PDF of that one, I do have it. You're welcome to a copy of it, okay? How to meditate, connect into your higher self to bring in all the goodness that we all deserve. So if you do want that one, go to my links below, look at my email, and please just say, can I get a copy of your banned book? I'm laughing, okay? I am absolutely laughing at what they're doing to us. It's really crazy. It's so crazy. So, just a little note before I start. I've got to put it out there because they do put this into movies. Ha ha ha. I'm on Netflix. There's a show on Netflix, don't know if you've seen it, but it's called Heroes. All these people all over the planet all start getting superpowers. One guy can go invisible. One guy can fly. One guy, there's a girl who can self-heal. So she gets blown up a couple of times and she falls off cliffs and stuff and she lives. She heals. So it shows that we've got these abilities, right? But then the president, who's the guy who can fly, he doesn't want all these people having psychic abilities. Ha ha, wake up time for us. So he brings out a vaccine that takes away all our psychic abilities. Now, this show came out in 2005. And if you've watched that Pentagon video, I've got the Pentagon video from 2005. If you want it, email me and say, please give me a link to that. Actually, I'm just going to put it in here. I've got it here. It's right on my desktop. Here it comes. This is a 4-minute video, okay? This is a 4-minute video. Go watch it because it's all about what they did 20 years ago with the vaccines. So we can't deny that because 20 years ago it was uploaded. So, yeah, I've just put it as a comment, guys. Go watch it. It only goes for 4 minutes because the more we wake up, they're not working in our favour. Nothing they're doing is working in our favour. We're about to do our census here in Australia next week, and I found out there's 3 different letters going out to people. It's all supposed to be the same. There's 3 different types of letters, and each letter has a different date on it to do the census. So which letter do we believe is the one that we have to use? And also, if you know anything about the Australian census, every single person has to fill this out, and there's about 50,000 questions. How many people live in your house? How many children are in your house? How many bedrooms does your house have? Because they want to start this bedroom tax, unused bedroom tax, right? They're going to start charging us if we have empty rooms in our house. They want to know our religion. So the problem there is we've got this huge influx now of Muslims. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care. I try to not judge, right? But in Australia, we only have 25 million people, or 28 now, but because of all the immigrants coming in. But the whole problem is we have over 100,000 homeless people. And guess what their demographics are? They're mostly Caucasians and they're not identify as Muslim. So how do they do the census? 100,000, so that's 1 in 10 to make a million. So it's 1 in 10. And then we've only got 28 million. So that's 1 in 280 can't do the census. 1 in 280 can't do the census because they're homeless. That's a big concern for me. So it shows you that this is, it's corrupted. They're not collecting the correct data. So we've got to be aware of what they're doing. And they're trying to say it's compulsory, but how do 100,000 homeless fill it in when it's compulsory? Because it gets addressed to your residents and they live in parks and on the beach and underground car parks like next door. I've got 5 homeless people next door under the car park. I bet they're not going to do the census because they never got a letter. So it's interesting, isn't it? When we see the blatant hypocrisy, please wake up to this, okay? Because the more that we critically think and the more that we look within ourselves and the more that we say, Remember that song, Things That Make You Go, right? I hope and pray you're waking up to this. And because it's everywhere now, the misinformation that they're doing deliberately to confuse us, we have to stay aware of the truth. And the only truth I trust in is what I believe, what my higher self is saying to me, what my guides, my angel, and whoever she is, whatever she says to me, I trust her impeccably because she isn't in this for the monetary gain. She's not in this to get herself into the White House or to have a palace somewhere or a nice car. She's not in this for anything other than to spread love, peace, and unity. That makes us all special, proud, and loved. So, yeah, there you go. That's my 10 minutes of little chat this morning. So when I get hit by a car, because you can see how yellow my hand is at the back, um, when I get hit by a car, I'm not upset about this. I'm sitting here thinking, what is the sign? What is the message from my angels that I need to start paying attention to? Obviously, I have had a busy week this week, but I'm now cleared out. Next week is a really good week if you want a reading from me. So let's get into it. I do 2 lives a week, guys, just in case you forget or you're new here. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer. I'm a psychic medium and I died in 2001. I do 2 lives a week. Today for me is 9 a.m. Thursday. So if you're in America, you're on Wednesday night or anywhere else on the planet because Australia's ahead, right? I'm here at 9 a.m. So check your time zones. I've already been here now for 15 minutes. So today is psychic reading day. Yes, everyone gets free psychic questions. So if you look at the comments, everyone's asking to get questions. Like Angel Spirit Love says, will my living situation ever improve? That's today, psychic day. On Saturday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time, I'm also here where I do tarot cards, okay? Everybody gets a tarot card and I tell you a little bit of insight. If you comment before I go live, you also get the Love Dove card. So that's on Thursday. It's all free. The only way that I make any sort of contributions here to help me pay my bills and to look after this channel is if you guys help support me. Okay? My PayPal link is below. I do not do super chats and I do not do member only videos at this point. And I don't offer courses that I charge for. So everything I do is free. If you do want a private reading from me, up to an hour and a half via Zoom, please make a contribution below because I don't charge for what I do. Just make a contribution of what you think you can afford. Email me, let me know where you are, please, so we can work out time zones and I send you a Zoom link. Sometimes I get it done within a day. Boom. People make a contribution through PayPal. They email me and say, hey, this is where I am. Can I talk to you at this time? And it's boom, here's your Zoom link. We'll see each other in 4 hours. It can be that fast if you want it to be. Okay? So let's get into today. It's free psychic day. I'm just going to try and rest my hand a little bit because I've been typing this morning to other people and to emails. So my hand is actually quite sore. Yeah, I got hit by a car. Come on, you've got to laugh at it. You've got to laugh, how do we get a message unless it's boom straight into us? Okay. It's okay. I'm fine. Okay. My head's still sore, but it's okay. So let's get through some of these messages today. Let's see how many we can help. Are you on today? Hello. Okay. Angel Spirit Love 222. I love that 222 angel message. Okay. Will my living situation ever get better? And will I ever be able to live on my own? Okay. Let's break this down. Will my living situation ever get better? There's a yes. Will I ever be able to live a lot on your own? I'm seeing that's a no. So let's go there, Angel Spirit Love. Oh my God, darling girl. Or you may be a male, I don't know. Okay. Let's go there. Do you really want your own space? Okay. There's a little bit of back and forward going on. Okay. This is going to last for about another 6 months or so. But do I ever see you in your own place? I'm going to say no, because what I see for you is that there are other people around you. Like, let's look at me now. I live in a high rise, there's 48 units in this complex. I'm not alone ever. I walk out in the corridor, there's always someone walking around. I go downstairs to the communal space, there's always someone there. When I go to the bins, there's always someone there. Okay, when I go down to my car, there's always people there. So I'm not alone here. And that's what I'm seeing for you. So unless you get your, you could get a house like a normal house that's got a yard, then you would be alone in that space. But I'm not seeing you actually getting a house. If you're not living with someone, you've got people very close to you, like I've got here. Okay. So just remember, everything does happen the way it should do. Okay, I'm living proof that things happen to us for a reason. Okay, so will your living situation ever get better? Is yes. Okay, will I ever be able to live on my own? No. You're always going to have other people around you. Okay, and that's actually a good thing. You know, I've always wanted my own maid that comes in once a week and cleans, because I just don't like cleaning. So in that case, I wouldn't be alone if I've got the cleaner coming in. You see what I mean? Something like that. So I'm not seeing that you're actually going to live alone, like in your own house, where you've got to be reliant on everything. Okay, you're going to have that support network with you. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, Anday, let's go down. Anday Dennis, hello, gorgeous girl. Hi, Linda, how are you? Well, yes, we all know what happened to me this week. Okay, thank you so much for the tarot card the other day. Today, I wanted to ask if you see if I'll hear from my applications. Oh, sweet pea. When is it? In about 2 to 3 weeks. Wait 2 to 3 weeks. Now, when I hear 2 to 3 weeks, this could be when you get a new application to fill out. This could be when they notify you. It could be when you start a new position. But something is happening for you in about 2 3 weeks. Okay, so let's keep our eye on that timeline. 2 to 3 weeks is what I'm hearing. Something's there. So if you don't hear anything in the next 2 weeks, keep your eye on applications, because that could be the one that you have to apply for and get into. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So little wave. Oh, she's redacted. Julie Youngren says, "Hi, Linda and everyone. Nano. How can I improve my resume so I stand out better?" Okay. I would be looking. I don't know if you have. You probably have, Julie, because this has just been so long. This has been so much longer than I have envisaged for you. Okay, you should be working now. I feel like I'm in some sort of alternate reality with you. I'm really thinking I'm in an alternate reality where I'm seeing all this stuff should be happening for you, Julie, but it actually isn't. It's so confusing to me. Okay. Um, so I would suggest, and I'm hearing that you already are, but the more you look at, the more it will be beneficial for you. I'd be looking at Google resumes. Okay. Have a look at anything out there under Google, resume templates, anything that you can get a hand of. Okay. I saw a funny thing, I watch a lot of YouTube myself, and this ad came up the other day, and it was it was like a resume builder. So there are little programs out there. Have a look at apps, free apps on your phone or your computer, where you can download current resumes. So, yeah. Oh, sweetie, it's so frustrating for me, Julie. You should be working by now. Now, I just saw flowers. I'm seeing like flowers. If you listen to John Edward, when he used to do his crossing over shows, when he sees flowers, this means good news coming. It means love. Everything's working out. And I just saw this bunch of flowers. So everything is working out. Wow. So, Julie, yeah, I'm going to go there on a little tangent with you, darling girl. I've got a friend, and she was with this guy. If I had to rate him out of 10, he's probably a 3 to a 4 of his qualities, etc. And she used to say to me, I just want to break up with him. I don't know why I'm with him. And I'd say, honey, the timing's not right yet. You've got to stay with him. I don't know why. You've got to stay with this guy. So she stayed for another 2 years, and then they broke up. And now she's met this guy, and they're going on so well. So when I spoke to her the other day, I said, I just want to get your timeline right. What's his situation? And she said, oh, he's been single now for 2 years since he broke up with his wife. And I said, well, if you'd met him if you were free looking for someone 2 years ago, if you'd broken up, with your partner before us that, you wouldn't have met this guy. Everything wasn't in line with the universal energies. So sometimes we're waiting and we're waiting, but we don't see what's happening on the holistic picture. The job that you're destined to have may not be coming up just yet. So the universe is doing what it can to get you through. Okay, so this is a big patience game, and I'm seeing that you're working, Julie. I can't understand it. I really can't understand why you're not working yet. Okay, darling, please know I'm thinking of you. I want to give you some hope, but I do see you working. And that's the message I've always had for you. So please keep your chin up, darling. Stay positive. Be grateful. Okay? I'd like you to go outside at night, just look up at the stars, or if you're like me, you can't see many stars because of all the lights, because I'm on a 4-lane highway. But I just look up into space and I say, thank you so much for everything I've got. Even if it's just my computer mouse or a box of tissues, because my nose always runs. Okay. But just be grateful for things that you've got, and then explain why, so you get that power within you of being gracious. Okay. I'm just going to go there. I'll just pick up my tissue box, okay? Thank you so much that I've got a tissue box. So I say, why? Well, thank you, because we put kangaroos on our tissue boxes here in Australia. On the top's these little paw prints, okay, little paw prints on the top. So it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I've got tissues, that I put this artwork on there, and it makes me feel appreciative. So thank you, and that's why, because I like looking at the artwork, okay? They're cheap boxes here in Australia. They're only like $1 a box of tissues. So thank goodness, because my nose runs like a tap. If you've ever watched my videos, I'm always getting tissues, right? So please practice that more, Julie, okay? Because the more we are appreciative, the more good things do actually happen for us, And I'm going to say it, even the bad stuff is a good thing. I just got hit by a car. I was on the ground. He could have run over me. He really could have run over me. But I'm looking at it as a positive, because it's a message. It was a sign. So we've got to be aware of it, okay? And be gracious for what happens to us, okay? I hope that's given you some hope today, darling. I love you, okay? Little Wave says, hello, Linda. Hi. Thanks for being here. Hello to all here. I wanted to ask if you can see if having my own practice will be more satisfying and joyful than my current job. Feel a bit of at a crossroads. Well, Little Wave, the reason why you're at a crossroads is because you're feeling that you are not developing. You're not, how do I say this? It's almost like you're a bird stuck in a bird cage. You've got this ability, like flying, but you just haven't got the door open to be free. It's constricting for you, okay? That's what I'm feeling for you. So when you get your own practice, just remember the bills, the obligations, the policies, procedure, the laws. Oh my God. That's why they have admin assistants to do all that stuff, okay? Compliance. That's the word, compliance and regulations. So I'm actually seeing with you, it would be better if you do have, pardon me, that support from others, where you're in somewhere with other people. like, like a doctor's surgery where they have 14 doctors working or something like that. Um, you've got the opportunity to do this on your own. Of course you do. But we've just got to get you that space to do it. Yeah. So it's all, again, it's the delays. But just remember, we're in the fire horse year, and I'm going to be talking about it all year because this year, good things are coming. I'm sure Julie's going to get a job, and I'm sure this is going to work out for you because we've still got the next 6 months of the year. Remember, Chinese year goes through until the end of January. So we've still got 6 years, 6 months, 6 months of really good energy coming in. So we've got to be aware of all the possibilities coming and really make our effort when those possibilities and opportunities do arise. Okay. Yep. So Little Wave says, want to be sure massage school really is a good thing. Yes, it is. To help me have a practice, yes, it is. I don't want to do something else just to do it, but for it to have relevant meaning. Yes, I would be doing this massage course. I'm seeing you in a clinic where there's other people. Okay, so this will be good because then you don't have to pay all the bills. You don't have to do all the regulations and all those compliance issues. So you just turn up, you've got your room, people come in, and bingo, you get paid. Okay, yes. And if I lived over near you, I'd be coming for as a client too, because guess what? I've got a broken neck and I need a massage all the time as well. So just remember that you can do this on the side as well when you get that qualification comes through. Okay. Okay. Little Wave says, I understand it's my decision ultimately. Yes, it is. I know I'm overdue for a session, just busy these days and had some expenses. I know, little one. Please email me. Okay, email me because you know I love you. Okay, Richard Miklos, he says, do you know any channelers? Who do you think they are channeling? Are some good and some bad? Now, good question, Richard. I do know a channeler. She's on YouTube. I've interviewed her. She is so gorgeous. Okay. She channels her dead son, Eric. So her channel is called Channeling Eric. Okay. Yeah, her son comes through. I have got her link here, and I'm just going to cut and paste that in as a comment as well. So you can go and have a look at Channeling Eric. Her son unfortunately died, and he comes back and tells her all this crazy, wonderful stuff. Yeah, we call it crazy because it's just not the norm of what we see in the three-dimensional world, right? But I recommend her. I've spoken to her. She is the real deal. She gets such good messages. Okay. Now, the other one that I really do like as well is Bobby Richardson, Bobby the Messenger. She's here in Australia. I love this woman as well. Yep, she's got her own little channel. And she also, here she comes. Her name's Bobby. And I'm going to put her link in there as well. She does some amazing messages as well. She talks to angels, etc. So there you go. There's two of my recommendations for you straight away, Richard. You can go and look at those ones. Okay, so let's keep going down. I don't personally channel, but it is funny because she does talk to me. Maybe someday I should just sit in front of the camera and see if she just comes through. Would you be open to that? Oh, I just heard yes. Maybe I should just practice it because I've never let somebody come through me before. Okay, let's just keep going. Josie, yay, here she is. Yes, I see your comments when they come up, Josie. Thank you so much for being patient. Okay. She says, oh, has there been another message from her? Because she said, and I'm talking to the trees, and they're like, hell yes, you can do anything, even though it's late. Hi, Linda, will I get into the CBVS PhD program? The trees and I keep it secretive, and it's a yes, but you know, just to ask. And of course, Josie, you know, you are so young and gorgeous. You are so inquisitive. You you really are a little quivering oak tree, still only a few years old, but look at what the oak tree grows into. So you've got years decades of growth still in front of you. So if you want to go out and get a PhD, of course you have that within you, Josie. All you need is that gentle nudge of the universe. I got a gentle nudge on Saturday. See? Car hit me. How can gentle nudge from the universe, a car hit me. So there you go. Okay? So, oh my God. It was just after I did my live. I was here live on Saturday and I went over to the shops after I did my live last Saturday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So there you go. I got a message from the gods. Okay. Okay. Yes, it is a yes, Josie. You've just got to trust the plan, calm down, bring your emotions into check, which you're still young. Okay. Bring your emotions down and try not to stress. Do your meditation music. Buy yourself a nice little crystal. Okay, if you can. Or go outside and just find a rock. Rocks are great. They all hold energy. So walk outside and go find a rock. And you just hold that rock because they're all full of electrons like trees. Okay? And you just trust that you're going to get everything working out right for you. Okay? I want everything to work out fine for you because you know I love you. Okay? Richard says, oops, okay, sorry, my screen just refreshed, so now I've got to go back up. Oh my goodness, look at all you gorgeous people commenting today. Okay, I've just got to find where Richard is again. Okay, oh, there's a lot of comments there. Okay, here we go. I'm up to Richard. Oh gosh, I'm using my mouse and it's hurting my hand. Okay. Everly says, yep, so Everly's next. Hi, Linda, I finally remembered in time. Miss you. Hey, it's all good, Everly. Hi, everyone. Glad you're all here. Everly says, can you tell me, am I getting to meet my life partner soon? And am I going to have to go out of state to find him? Everly, what I'm seeing is that you've got an expectation, which is from ego. Once you let go of that egotistical, not judging you at all because I do it myself, right? But when you let go of that egotistical trait of expecting something, okay, you put it out there to the universe and you let it go. Just let it go, okay? So how do we let it go? We forget thinking about it. Don't think about it anymore, okay? So I'm just going to do a simple one with you now to teach you how to do this, okay? Let's just say, I don't know, what do we all want? I want a brand new house, okay? I want my own house. Just like what somebody up top commented earlier. We all want our own house. So we visualize this house. Has it got 2 stories, 3 stories, a big yard? Has it got a pool, helipad out the back? Has it got the presidential driveway, the oak-lined horse trails? Has it got stables? Visualize what it is that you want. I want the alpaca farm. I could really handle having some alpaca goats and chickens. Alpacas, the wool is worth a lot of money. Goats, because you get goat milk, and chickens, you get eggs. So they're self-supplying, right? You can make money from and save money from what you have as your animals. But I'd love to have that. So let's just visualize that. Visualize it in your head like a little picture. You put it out there to the universe and you talk to the universe and you say, look, here's my picture of my house. This is the house I want. Please allow me to receive it. And then it's like you send it out as a thought to the universe. Here's my house. And then you don't think of it anymore. You let it go. Start thinking about your washing up. Start thinking about your clothes that you have to wash. Think about vacuuming your car and all that sort of stuff that we have to do in real life. because then that's how magic starts, okay? So, Everly, I hope that gives you a little hint. Anyone else can do that too if you want to manifest something and let it go, okay? Okay, so let's just keep going. User SQ1Z says, hello all. Smiley face hugs, I love it. Vibing Live says, hi, can you tell me if Buddy coming this weekend or the third week of this August to work out the relationship again? Oh, we did discuss it. And if so, will we work it out? Thank you. Sweet pea. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, we're into ego. Let me just blow my nose. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Everything is not going to go in accordance to how you want it to go. Yeah. It is like that, isn't it? So if someone says, I arrive at 2 and I'm going to stay for 3 days, 2 p.m. So they're arriving at 2 p.m. and they're going to stay for 3 days. Something's not going to go according to the plan. They might be late. They might not arrive till 4. Or instead of 3 days, they can only stay 1, or they're staying for 2 weeks. So there's a change. I'm seeing that there's a change. But will Buddy, I don't read for people without consent, okay? So this is all for you. Will he be coming? Yes. Okay. Or the third week of August. Now, why are you saying and or? There should be an and in there as well. So he may come twice, okay, if this works out. But I'm not seeing that at this point. He's only coming on the once. And it's like eggshells, walking on eggshells. I wish I had better news for you. You know, I would love to be able to see mountain ranges, love, hearts, and flowers coming your way. But I'm not seeing that with this guy, not yet. Okay, not at this time, I should say. Not at this time. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't work on it in the future. Doesn't mean that next year things just magically reappear and everything works out well for you then. But right now, through August, I'm not seeing this being very good with Bobby. Okay, Buddy, I mean. So just remember that. Don't have expectations and don't get defensive when they say something. Okay, because that's our biggest thing. Because we want things to run smoothly, when someone goes against that grain, we get defensive. So don't be defensive, okay, when things don't go the way that you want them to. Okay? Damn, I wish I had better news for you. I really do. Okay? All right, Richard Miklos. He says, after a procedure at the hospital, my mum began acting odd and it was getting worse. I finally thought that it might be an attachment. I called a recommended woman, and the next week my mum was herself. Well, let's go there, Richard. When we are hurt, injured, when we're low on energy, other entities can come in. That's true. And I'm glad that you've just said that, okay? Yeah. But as she got well again, obviously she's regained her self-control. She's now got her free will again. And if there was something hanging around her, it's obviously thought, oh, heck, I don't like this energy that she's turning into. I'm going to go find a victim somewhere else. Because that's what these entities want. They want victims. That's why people with low vibrational states, people who get jealous and have insecurity issues, they're the ones very likely to get attachments to them, because they're allowing things to enter because they can't defend themselves. They're on that low vibrational state where they actually don't know how to set their boundaries and to stand up for themselves. Okay? So we can't blame your mum because she had a procedure. She was in hospital, okay? Her energy was low, and that's where these things say, oh, look what we've got here. We've got one. It's like that lady from Ghostbusters. We've got one. Remember her? The lady with the glasses when they got their first ghost in Ghostbusters. So as soon as your mum starts getting her strength back, they don't like the energy that she's putting out. So they've disappeared, and that's when she's come back to her own, okay? It could also be, we've got to go down the avenue of debunking this, it could be drugs that she was on where they've worn off. I've been on morphine a few times in my life. I turn into a little gitterbug, okay? I laugh and I just crazy crap that comes out of my mouth when I'm on morphine because I've had major surgery a couple of times. I've had a broken neck, other things where, childbirth, etc. So yeah, drugs can alter your personality. So thank goodness. The one good thing that you've identified here is that she came back. Oh, thank God she came back. Okay, so whatever it was, it's now gone. Don't concentrate on what it is now because it's gone. Because if we concentrate on it, we can bring it back. Okay, it's like opening the door and saying, but come back. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so Richard also says, how do we get attachments? Well, I hope that I've just explained it. We get attachments when we're on that low vibrational state, when we don't have our self-worth, when we're not confident, when we're not in a receiving mode of generosity, kindness, and love. We go into that receiving mode where we need other people to give us self-worth, to give us self-justification and self-love, self-approval, okay? So when we go into those low vibrational states, that's when we can get attachments. I hope I've made that clear, okay? Who and what can they be? Spirits, angels, D words, because I don't say the D, but it sounds like Matt Damon, if you know that word. I don't say the word because I don't invite them in. So this is where we've got to set our boundaries. This is where we set our rules. It's all about free will. It's all about consent and permission. So this is how I say it. If you're watching, learn, okay? Rewind, write this down if you want to, okay? So grab a pen. One is permission. I, Lynda, do not give permission or consent to any other entity, being, soul, or whatever you are to enter into my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. I go to all five because, Lynda, I have a soul, my mind, body, soul. There's five. Spirit or energy field. Okay? So I cover all five bases. So when I go out to the shopping centre, because we all know shopping centres are a little beehive of all those personalities and energies. I don't want any of that on me. I don't want to get any attachments. So as I walk into the shopping centre, I say, any energies in here today? Any entities in here today? You are not allowed and you are not permitted under my free will to attach to my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. You're not allowed on me. Nick off, disappear. I do not give you consent. Okay? That's setting that boundary. So when I come out of the shopping centre, I usually say, if anyone did break that rule and you did attach to me, nick off. Now is your time to go. I give you no consent, no permission to stay on me. If you have attached to my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field, now is your time to knack off. I am not taking you home. I'm not taking you in my car. Go away unless you ask me permission. It works. I've had a lot of spirits in my time that come to me, like ghosts and spirits. They stay because I give them permission to stay. Look at Shelley, that ghost. Look at the little girl who lived in my house for 5 years. Everybody saw her. I had a dog in my old house. It was great because ghosts know that they can trust me because I'm going to look after them in my house and I give them respect. So that's the word. It all comes down to respect. Learning self-respect is massive. So let's go over to my book, 5 Years in Heaven, in the back when I'm talking all about self-emotions, chapter 9, all our self-emotions. Okay, we have self-acceptance, self-respect. So I have examples and exercises. So self-respect. Okay. Admiring the situations, events, and other experiences that you have faced and acknowledge that every single one of those events is making you who you are today. Okay, so an exercise in self-respect. Get out a piece of paper. Now write down things that you personally have done that you admired about you doing, rather than how someone else would have done the same task if it was up to them. Now, the big one that I like talking about was the night I was on stage with Bon Jovi. I won tickets to get on stage. At the end of the song, Keep the Faith, which was a message, keep the faith, yeah, he came over and he kissed me. Now, anyone else in that situation probably would have just gone, but what did I do? I grabbed his butt cheeks. Yeah, and then 3 security guards dragged me off stage. Best concert ever, because I respected myself and I respected him because, hello, he was already touchy-touchy with me, so I was just touchy-touchy back. But at the end of the day, he and I had that moment, which a lot of people in that same situation would never have had. So it makes me feel proud of who I am. It makes me feel proud that I've got that confidence, I've got that gumption, I've got that free will that allows me to go out there and do things where other people would say, oh my God, I could never do that. I'm so embarrassed, because I don't get embarrassed because I've got that confidence to do it. Okay? Wow. I'll tell you something my daughter just did yesterday. We went and did the groceries. She's going around picking up all the trolleys. Because we got there so early in the morning, all the trolleys are everywhere. You know how people nowadays leave trolleys everywhere? She's got this huge line of trolleys, just wheeling it back up to the shop. And I looked at her and I thought, I'm so proud of that, because she's doing something that somebody else would not do if they were in that situation. So this is how we gain that self-respect. Yeah, this is how we get it. Yeah. So Richard, I love that you're asking all these questions. I wish I was going through a better stage of my life, because I've just been sick for 4 weeks, sort of getting over it, where I'm catching up on emails, doing readings and interviews, etc. So I haven't had time to do my own videos on my own channel yet. But please know, this next week, I really want to get some videos done. Okay? Because you have asked me so many good questions over the last couple of months. You are so valued, Richard. I really respect it. Okay? Yeah. Okay. How do you get attachments? Who and what can they be? Well, who and what is anything. Do. You look at how many different species of animals we have on this planet. How many different species of trees. It's all right you say, oh, we have a species that's a dog. But then you look at all the different breeds of dog. There's millions of different species and breeds of things on our planet, things that we haven't even identified yet. Imagine what's going on in the bottom of the oceans that they haven't even discovered yet. How many millions of species of things are down there? And that's just one planet in one universe. So how can we ever assume we know what's out there? I am so blessed that I get to see a little bit of this. I get to see angels, I see ghosts, I see spirits, I see some entities. I've seen the orbs when I died, whatever they were. But is that all that's out there? I'm never going to say that. That's like saying I went to the beach today and I saw a fish. Well, what sort of fish was it? Because there's so many different species of fish. We only saw one. So we can't assume that's all that's in the ocean. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll never say what's out there because I know it's endless if we start naming all the different species of things out there. Okay. Can you tell if it might be an attachment? Well, how are they released? I hope I've just shared that with you today, Richard. Tell them to nick off, okay? Tell them to nick off. And the biggest thing that I say, if you don't leave today, I'm going to call in Archangel Michael and he doesn't F around. So that scares them because Archangel Michael is the biggest, toughest one. Oh, there's one other one above it. Starts with M. What's his name? Oh, gosh. I have got so much information in my head, I forget it. Yeah, Megatron, whatever his name is, that big archangel. Oh, you don't call him out unless you really, really, really need it. So I rely on Michael because he's the battler. He comes out with his sword swinging. So you don't mess around with Archangel Michael. I've called him down a few times. I reckon I've seen him because I've seen angel wings. People in my house have seen angels. Okay? So they're real. They come out when they need to. So if we trust them and we believe in them and we believe that they're in our good favor and they're here to help us, like she is to me, I love you. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's get going. Tonya! Hello, Tonya! Okay, Tonya, you know I haven't... Okay, oh, God, blow my nose again. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, Tonya. Hello, Lynda. I hope you're feeling much better today. I would love to know if your lady can advise me. Should I push go on the grant and will I get it? Push go on the grant? Yes. Will you get it? Maybe not as good or bad as what you wanted it to be. So again, don't have any expectations of what you'll receive. Okay. Thank you and her so much. I love that you're talking to her as well, Tonya. You're amazing. I love you. So just remember, go for the grant. Okay? Yes. Okay? You've got to sell yourself in that grant application. So you don't say your present situation because everybody knows you're going after the grant money. Okay? You say why you need it based on what you've done in your past that makes you deserve it. Okay? So you just don't say, I want money so I can do this in the future. You say things like, in my past, I have used money to make this. I have done that. I have succeeded in this. So now I'm in this position where I'm asking for this much money so I can again do this in my future. Does that make sense for you? Because that's what I'm seeing. You're missing out that bit where you've got to talk about your past. Okay. Robert, good evening, morning, everyone. Wishing you all the best. Yay! Lynda, I hope you're feeling better today. I am. Got a sore hand because I've just been typing earlier as well. Gotta love it. Look at the vein. You can't see it. But if I put this one up, it's yellow. Okay, I can see it when I put my hands together. It's yellow. Yeah, I've hurt my hand. I got hit by a car. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not a victim. I try not to play victim too often, Robert. It's all good. But you know I love you and Mel. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, Richard again. Can an attachment follow you through timelines for lessons you might learn, or are they just being hurtful? Well, as someone who's died and did my life review, we heal everything in our life so we don't pass that on to our future life. When we come through that reincarnation portal, we begin again. We correct the karma in the life review. So when people say, oh, this must be a past life issue that's coming up for you, That's obviously something where in a past life we didn't do that life review. Does everybody do a life review before they go through the portal of reincarnation? I have to assume no. Not everybody does it. Not everybody gets that opportunity like I did to heal all my memories. So this is a concern for me when we do bring things from a past life into this life, because it's almost like we're saying, really? I've still got to deal with this? I didn't learn it last time, so here I go again. Isn't that sad? It is sad, because you'd like to think that this life that we lead now is a clean slate, okay? And we start again. So, can attachments follow you through timelines? Remember, attachments follow energy. We are energy. Okay? We are energy. So if we are putting out that same frequency, like a currency, of course they can follow us around. Of course they can. Okay? Yeah, and you've got to remember here, we don't just live, die, reincarnate, live, die, reincarnate in time. When I reincarnate next time, I might be born in 1940. So my soul is in another person living at the same time as Lynda. This is a big mind blow. A lot of people can't fathom it because they're so conditioned to time. But time does not exist. So if there's another person out there, or it could be 10 million of me out there, everyone could be me as the same soul because everything is one. We've got to remember that. It's a big mind blow, yeah? But nobody knows the definitive answer. So as long as we keep posting all our theories, okay? This is one thing that I really don't like about NDEs, is when they say, this is what I experienced, this is the only way it has to be. Because every NDE is different, because we all create a reality of our conscious state of where we were in our lives. Religious people see Jesus, per se, because we recreate heaven based on what we did in our lives. I hope that makes sense. Okay? Yeah. So can other attachments follow us through lifetimes? Well, they're not attaching to us. They're attaching to our energy field. Once you get that, because it doesn't matter if it's me, Bob, who was born in 1948 down in New York City. It could be Hiru, born in Japan in 1912, or 1512, or 2612. So, yeah, they follow the energy, okay? Yeah, but I love your questions. Please keep them going, okay? Okay. Yeah. For lessons you might learn, or are they just being hurtful? Well, could be either or. Because if these entities are negative, they like hurting us. Okay? So that's where we've got to put up those boundaries. That's where we tell them to nick off. We change our vibrational energy field into a higher vibration so they don't like it and nick away. They, if you know what loosh is, loosh. Let me just go over to Google, okay? Loosh. Have you ever heard of loosh? Okay, I'm straight off Google. What is loosh? Loosh. Loosh is an emotional life force energy that can be used for creation or harvested by other beings, often in its fearful form, leading to negative emotional states. So, these negative energies out there, they eat loosh. Okay? Think of us eating salad. Okay? Actually, I won't say salad, I'll say chocolate because that's a dopamine hit. Okay? When we eat chocolate, we receive this like a pheromone effect from the chocolate. So when entities eat loosh, which is our energy field, okay, they get a reaction to it. It makes them feel good. I hope this is making sense for you, okay? So there are movies out there. Snow White. Charlize Theron, when she was in that Snow White movie, and the Huntsman, Chris Hemsworth was in it. The Queen, she brings in all the really cool looking young women and she sucks the life force out of them and she becomes young again because that's her receiving the loosh, which is in the film as a visual to make her feel good. The movie Hocus Pocus with Bette Midler, where they're draining the energy out of the little girls, again, to make them look young. Is this real? I firmly believe it is. My personal opinion. Okay, loosh. Please Google it. Look at people on YouTube who talk about loosh. Okay, so I'm going to put it on here. Okay, what is loosh? Okay, so I hope that that's given you some hint here. Go research that, because it's when we allow others to drain us, like energy vampires. They're energy vampires, and they suck our good energy out of us. We get depleted and we deflate and we become a little blob on the floor, but they then get all our energy and it makes them look young and powerful again. Okay, I don't give permission to it. I just say, nick off, you're not welcome on me, go away. I'll call in Archangel Michael because he will sort you out because he's stronger than all of you put together. Okay? So there you go. Yeah, so if they're hurtful, we don't want them on us. Tell them to go away. All right, Selmania. Okay, gorgeous girl. Hi, Lynda. Can you sense what is a good career option? Would it be for me or is that too vague? I would like you to email that to me. Okay, Selmani? Okay, please email me. Okay, so we can talk privately. Okay, because we've spoken before. Okay, there you go. So we can have a little chat privately. Okay, Georgia Ryan, hey there. Hey there to you too. Hello, Kitty 2397. Hi, Lynda. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, Georgia Ryan says, hey, Lynda, I hope all is great with you. I desperately need to hear from my firstborn grandson, Joe. He was taken from us at 19 years young. So, Georgia Ryan, firstly, I'm so sorry for what you've been through. You know, my daughter's 20, so I can relate there. My question to you is, why are you using the word desperately? If you want to have a private chat with me, my email is below. Okay? I try and help anyone I can. Okay? But I know sometimes when we feel that we need closure or there's a police investigation, pardon me, and we need answers to help the police solve it and make justice. Whatever that need is there, please email me. You're welcome to. Okay, I hope I can help you. All right? It is a sad time for you. I can understand what you're going through because I've lost loved ones as well, you know. So please know I'm not just going to flick you and just give you a 5-second answer. I'd like to talk to you privately. Hopefully that teaches you who I am as a person because I do what I can for anybody. Okay, so there you go, Georgia. Please email me, okay? Hello, Kitty says, hi, Lynda. Do you see me moving away from this situation soon? Yes, I do. You've made the decision. It's right there for you. It's now time to pack your bags and get out of it. Yep. The biggest obstacle in your life is the fear of moving. And I've got to add to that. Thank you for giving me that. She just said it and I repeated it. The biggest obstacle that you have is your fear of moving on. So pack up all your emotional baggage, pack up all your physical stuff, and you do what you have to get away from that situation. Make it happen. Okay? The day that you make it set in stone and you say, right, this is the day I'm leaving, everything will fall into place because you know that it's right in your heart. Okay? Yes, I'm going to give you that push. Not by a car hitting you, because I got hit by a car last week, 5 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago I got hit by a car. Yeah, so there you go. I do see you. I do want the meditation PDF. Yeah, so please email me. Okay, ask for it. Ask for it. I'm happy to give it out for free because it's been banned. Okay. All right, so there's my YouTube. That would be the Pentagon video that I shared. Okay, click on that link. It's got my name in yellow. That's the Pentagon video. It's 4 minutes long if you want to go and see what they said about the vaccines 20 years ago, because it was 20 years ago they were talking about the vaccines. Okay, Everly, I think I'm about to get fired from my part-time job. So stressed. Oh, sweetheart, like you need that. You know, if they do try and sack you, go to them and say, look, I've just lost my mum, for God's sake. Because it's actually discrimination. You cannot look at your discrimination laws in America, because here in Australia, we have certain attributes that you can't discriminate for, and one of those is family responsibility. So if you're going through still emotional stuff with your mum, which I know you are, use that because they can't discriminate against you. Okay? So look that one up. Discrimination, where you are. What are your local laws on discrimination suits? Okay? Because they can't sack you for they're stressing you out when you're already stressed over your mum. This is so not fair. Okay? They need a little, go to them and just say, look, I'm going to sue you for discrimination if you think about sacking me. Because even if you're a part-time employer, you've still got rights. Okay? All right, so Tonya, hello. I love your banned book. Best banned book I've ever read. Some people have already read my PDF. So I do have a PDF, right? I put it on Lulu. I paid the money to get it distributed, and they banned it. It's showing there as there's a sentence I said. Unavailable for distribution. It's been banned, okay? It's called the Higher Self Meditation Handbook, how to connect to ourselves so then we create. They really don't like what I've said in there because I say it as it is. They condition us so we don't get connected to our higher self. So if you do want a copy of that book, it's called the Higher Self Meditation Handbook. All you got to do is email me because I give it away for free at this point because, hello, it's been banned. Okay? The more people I help for free, the better. If you do want to pay for it, of course, I put my PayPal link in there just in case you want to throw me a couple of dollars towards it, but I don't expect it. Okay? So there you go, guys. Best banned book I've ever read. Where's my phone? I really should get a photo of that comment. I haven't got my phone here. I've really got to get a comment. I've got to get a photo of that. Just bear with me. I need my phone. Hang on, guys. Oh my gosh, what did I do with my phone? I know! Miracles! Hang on. Is it time for your phone? Tashi, do you know my phone? Oh, here it is. Oh, I just got a comment. I need to save it. You doing okay? Okay. Sometimes I just like my own little gratification in the day, to make me feel good. So I'm just going to take a comment there of the screen. Best banned book I've ever read. Tonya, thank you so much for saying that. Let me just make sure I've got that photo. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so if you want to see my hand, look, that's my right hand there. Yeah, you can see it's yellow. It's got a big bruise on it. Because I got hit by a car. Oh, you can't really see the photo. But yeah, the right hand is pretty yellow because I've got a bruise on it. Okay, so let's just keep going. So, Tonya, I love your banned book. Best banned book I ever read. So if you do want a copy of it, guys, all you got to do is email me and say, can I get your banned book? Okay. I'll probably just throw in the Pentagon video as well and anything else I think that you need to see. Okay. Because the more we share and the more we learn about what they're doing to us, right? Okay, Bob Hope says, great to see you and can't wait for a card night. Yeah. I can't wait for card night either, Bob Hope. It's funny you said it like that. I just got a message and you didn't even know you wrote it. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to just keep going, okay, because I know that you're talking about tarot. Okay, which I will be here on Saturday, 9 a.m., doing free tarot cards for people. Just remember, guys, I do 2 lives every week. Today is Thursday, 9 a.m. in Brisbane. Today is free psychic readings. I am answering all your questions that you may post on as comments. I'm also here 9 a.m. Saturday, Brisbane, Australia time. So all you got to do is go to Google and say, what time is it now in Australia? You'll see. If you're in New York, you're presently 17 hours. No, New York is 14 hours behind me. So you just go forward 14 hours and you know what time it is. So that would be 7 p.m. Wednesday and Friday if you're in New York. 7 p.m. Wednesday and Friday is when I do my lives. Okay? If you're in California, I think that would be 4 p.m. Friday is when I do my tarot, and 4 p.m. Wednesday is when I do my lives here, just to confuse you with time zones. I do everything for free. If you do want a private reading from me, I do have a lot of spots available next week. Please make a contribution through PayPal. I don't charge. I only ask for what you can afford. I only work on contributions and donations. So make a contribution. Please email me. Tell me where you live so we can work out time zones. And then I send you a Zoom link. It's that easy. Okay. User says, I know you said you are okay, but was the car okay? I love that you see the perspective of this. Yes, the car was fine, okay? I'll tell you again what happened just in case you're new watching, okay? On Saturday, I did my live, I did my tarots, and then I walked over to my local shops. I was at a pedestrian crossing to cross the road. The guy came up, he stopped. So I started walking, and then he drove forward and hit me. I put my hand up to try and stop the car, which is really stupid because in hindsight, yeah, how can my hand, I'm not supersonic, but my hand hit the bonnet, so it bent and I've heard it. And then I landed on my knees and I was on the ground. So thank God he just didn't keep going because he would have run over me. But he got out of the car, he was like, oh! So we had words and I came home. Yeah, but I hurt my hand, okay? So I'm trying not to use it today still because it's still sore after 6 days. Okay, so was the car okay? Yeah, it just got my fingerprints on the bonnet. Okay, I love your perspective though. That's actually quite nice. Okay, Tonya says, "Oh my God, you are so funny. I am so sorry you got hit by a car. You tell those cars that's no." I know, but look at the message. The message was, don't do any work this week because I'm really thinking about this new book I'm writing. This book is probably going to be banned as well, so I'm going to have to pay a publisher and get it printed properly. Because if I just do it through the bookstores, they'll just ban it, like my Higher Self Meditation Handbook. So I don't want this one banned because it's all about healing, okay? Conscious healing. If I call it conscious healing and not physical healing, maybe it won't get banned. Okay, Bob Hope says, Everly, you might have to come to Texas. Just saying. I love you, Texans, Bob Hope. I know a few people from Texas, and I tell you, I love your honesty. You say it is, you stand up for yourselves. Yep, you don't mess with the Texans, so I love it. Okay, I'm just refreshing my screen here. Okay. Yep, okay. Vibing Life says true. Bob Hope says Everly. Yep. Okay. Thanks so much, says Little Wave. There's my 2 YouTube channels that are there if you do want to go and watch people who have channeled. So now you know where I am. You'll see my name is yellow at Dr. Lynda Cramer. So I'm up to there in the comment stream. Okay. Okay. Tia, to read joyful. Okay, sorry if I pronounce this wrong. I'm just so hopeless with my names. Hi, Linda. I'm finally ready for a relationship. Can you tell me about him and the approximate timeline? Okay, I'm so glad that you're ready now. So you put it out there as a thought to the universe. I always say when you're looking for someone, make a list of what it is that you want. How tall is he? What's his build like? What's his hair like? What does he do for a job? So we create him in our thoughts. And then when we visualize him and we think, okay, is he just going to knock on my door and say, here I am? No. So we've got to go out there and mingle, socialize, get associated with groups and other places where he may be. So if you want to marry someone who owns their own yacht, you don't go looking for him in the desert. You've got to go to the yacht clubs. Okay? If you want a banker, then you don't go and sit in the car park at Hungry Jack's or McDonald's. You've got to go and hang around banks. Okay? If you want somebody interested in the arts, go to your museum. If you want someone who does rock climbing, start a rock climbing group. If he's not there, join another one. If he's not there, join another one. Because the more you meet people, the more you're doing what you want anyway. So I always say, find somebody who does your own hobby. So work out who you are. What do you like doing? If you like knitting, go and join a knitting group. Because it may not be him sitting there doing the knitting. He may walk in to drive his mum home. Or he's picking his sister up. And he say, oh my God, look at you. I met you at the knitting club. Okay? If you want a doctor, you don't go and hang around healthy people if you want to be a doctor. So think about where he'll be and start associating yourself to that group. Okay? Because if you're ready, it means that the universe is ready too, and they'll just bring him on. Okay? I hope and pray you meet him soon. Black hair. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Little Waves, glad you're safe and okay, Linda. Hello. Mel Cavell, message redacted. Vibing Life says because of his work schedule and it's traveling. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Vibing Life says, thank you. Mel, careful, I'm ready for love. Is there anything coming from me? Please, I hope that you've just listened to what I just said to the other person. Okay. If you're ready for love, write down all the things, all the attributes, all the behaviors, all the hobbies and interests that this person would have. Make sure it's ones that you love doing as well. And then you go and do it. I'm an environmentalist. I love my trees. I love my animals. So I love going to the zoos and stuff whenever I can. And I talk to people. You know, you ask questions because men love having that ego boost of helping women. So if you just say, oh, sorry, I don't know where the shop is, you curl your hair, you do a little flick, batter your eyelids. Can you please show me where the shop is? We've all got to pull out our charms when we want to meet somebody, don't we? I should write a book about how to meet a man. I really do. You know, I was talking to a lady the other week. Oh my God. Oh my God, are you ready for this one? A lady said, oh my God, I'm thinking about getting a dog, but I want a boyfriend first. And I said, well, I actually see you with a man, but he's already got the dog. So I said, why don't you start going to all your dog parks? She said, what? I said, you go into the dog park. You're not there for the dog. You're there to find the owner of the dog. So we've just got to tweak our minds, don't we? She emailed me. She said she met someone. They're talking at this point, and hopefully it turns into something. So You say, okay, I'm going to go down the dog park at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no one there. So you come back at 5 p.m. when they're all there. Or the next day when other people go there, because some people with their schedules, etc., they only go like once or twice a week. So you've got to find the day and the time when they're there. Put it out there. Just put yourself out there. Okay? Yeah. Is there anything coming for me, please? Yeah. Get yourself a nice outfit and get out there. Okay? Do your hair nice. Yeah. Okay, you'll find them. Georgia Ryan says, I too was in a car accident, my fault, but I ended up T-boned and airlifted to hospital an hour away where I stayed 12 days. Yeah, yeah. Biggest car accident I had, I was driving. I hit a bridge. She pushed me out of the car, and because I hit my head on the road, my neck snapped and I broke my neck. Did you hear what I just said? I was travelling alone in a car. My back tyre blew. I drove into a bridge, which totaled my car because it would have been fatal. And just before impact, she pushed me out of the car. I saw her hand. She opened the door and out I went. I don't know how I got out of my seatbelt. I've never worked that one out. How did the seatbelt get off me? Because it was instant. But two guys travelling behind me, they pulled over because they saw the crash. They picked me up off the road and they said, where's the passenger? And I said, I'm travelling alone. They said, no, we've been behind you for half an hour. There's somebody else sitting in the car. We always have our angels around us. We just don't see them. But isn't it good when other people do? Yeah. Because they drove me home. They were angels that day because they drove me home and fixed up and got the tow truck and everything for my car. Yeah, so I hope you're okay now, Georgia Ryan, because I know what it's like to be in a bad car accident. Yeah, please don't thinking of you, okay? All right, let's just keep going. Mel Kierville says, I agree if there's a low vibration. Absolute easy target. Yep, send in healing to all. Love your work there, Mel Kierville. Kierville, I hope that's how I pronounce it. Okay, Georgia Ryan, can you tell if I've got any attachments? Georgia, I only do that in readings. So if you do want to make a contribution, I don't have any expectations or how much you want to see, how much you want to send me over. But it's nice to just see someone in face and I can look around you. I can look into your aura. I can tell you what your spirit guides are because I see spirit guides. Okay. And if you've got any attachments, I'll be able to see them. Okay, because I've done it heaps of times for people and it's always been confirmed. So there you go. If you do want a private reading from me, anyone, I've got heaps of spots available next week. Okay, all you got to do, make a PayPal contribution. My link is below. Then email me. My link is below in the description. Let me know where you live so we can work out time zones and then I send you over a Zoom link. Okay. Hello Kitty says, what if I'm surrounded by low energy negative people? I do not want their energy at all. Isn't that good that you've acknowledged it? Because now you can defend it. I use Wonder Woman's little wrist things and I put my wrist together, which I'm not going to do today because I've got a sore hand, but I take that energy off me and I say clearly their energy is not allowed to, or it's not permitted. I give no consent for their energy to attach to my mind, body, soul, spirit, or energy field. Okay? They cannot attach to me. I give them no consent. The more you do that, the more you practice it, you make that little energy ball within your own little aura field, like a shell around you. Boom. We can create this. Okay. Yeah, Georgia. How many people have been in car accidents? May 19. Oh, that's only just recently, Georgia. Ryan. Oh my gosh, I hope you're okay, darling. Okay. Oh my goodness. Geez, that was only May, June, July, 3 months ago. God, I hope that you're okay. Okay. Introverted Taurian, good evening. Good evening to you too. Georgia Ryan, are you afraid to die? I've actually done a video about this. So on my YouTube channel, guys, if you go into my playlists at the top where I've got videos, shorts, live, and then it says playlist, click playlist, go down to heaven information. It's all my NDE stuff, okay? Why is there chairs in heaven? Do we have sex in heaven? Do we have to eat in heaven? There's all videos there. all questions that I've already answered to people, okay? Am I afraid to die? The answer is no. I am so looking forward to it. But the reason why we get scared of dying is because of what we are leaving behind. I've got a daughter who will look after her. I've got bills due. Who's going to pay for those? I've got a car. Who looks after the car? Mary, my cat. Who looks after Mary if I die? So, how do we get out of that fear environment of energy creation? We handle it now. We get a will in place. We talk to neighbors, friends, other people. If something happens to me, this is my plan of attack. I've got a red folder in my cupboard. My daughter knows about it. It's listed. First thing to do if I die, do that. Second thing, do that. Third thing, do that. So she's already got her plan of attack. So if I die, she's got all the instructions there with, and the first one, ring these people. Tell them who I am. Here's my contact, my reference numbers, etc. Okay? You got in America, you have your social security number. Here we have tax file numbers. We have Medicare numbers. We have Centrelink numbers. Everything has numbers like reference numbers because that's who we are as identified as. So I've got all that done. So if I die, my daughter just has to open that red folder and just ring, 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 ring. Do that, do that, do that. So I know she's going to be all right. The biggest shocker will be to my cat because she'll miss me, I hope. Yeah? So we don't have a fear of dying. We have a fear of what we leave behind because so many people do die suddenly. So get your affairs in order and then you don't have to have that. You don't have to have that stress. Okay? Yeah. All right. Introverted Taurian, she says, should I continue to travel for work or take a more permanent role and return to school? Oh, you know what? At this point, it's good that you're still traveling, but you know what? Try and do some schoolwork part-time in the meantime. Okay? Yeah, double up. Double up with what you're doing. Okay? Yeah. Will I hear from that one person that's been on my mind heavily in the near future? Well, I believe that when we're thinking about people, it's a lesson that we're still learning. So, pardon me. So think about what that person represents in your life. Who were they? What was the lesson they're trying to teach you? Or what was the lesson that you had to teach them? So once we analyze it and we work it out, that's when you probably will stop thinking about this person. Okay? There could be a good chance that this person does reappear. And that's why they're on your brain. Because we do Groundhog Day. There is a theory out there that we just relive the same life over and over and over and over again. We live, we die, we live, we die. Same always, Linda. And in that case, that explains why we have deja vu, because we've already lived it before. So you're thinking about them because they're going to reappear. This also explains premonition. When we have that knowing, tomorrow I win lotto. Yeah! Oh, God, I hope that's true. But at the end of that day, how do we know that we win lotto tomorrow unless we've already lived it and done it before? So there's a lot of theories, and I love going down those theory avenues, okay? It's like a roller coaster. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Okay. So I hope and pray that there is something there for you to resolve, okay? All right, Georgia Ryan says, I've been told that in a past life I was, oh my God, let me just get this right, suck a wow. Such a wow. So here we go with another theory. I tend to like this theory, okay? Throughout history, if we go and look at everybody, from the first species of conscious beings of human right through to the end of time, there is a timeline of millions and millions and billions and billions and trillions of people. Right now, sitting here today in 2026 is Linda. She is an avatar, okay? Because time does not exist. So right now, there's a soul inside Lynda's avatar, living Lynda's life. So when Lynda dies, some other soul comes in and lives Lynda's life. They experience all the things that I have done. They experience all the things that I am yet to do in my future as Lynda. That also explains deja vu, and it also explains the Groundhog Day effect, and it also explains premonition, because we know what's coming in the life of Lynda. Interesting theory, isn't it? So how many people have actually, take that back. How many souls have lived the life of Lynda? So if you want to say that you were such a where, however you pronounce her, that I hope you're talking about the Indian lady who was in the movie Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller and Robin Williams. Okay, if you're talking about that movie where all the exhibits came alive at night, Sakuwaya, I think. Oh God, sorry, I can't pronounce her name, but you may have lived her life. I may have lived her life. 10,000 other people right now alive today may have also experienced her. So do I believe when you say you may have been her? Of course I do. Because I like believing that these theories are probably correct. Yeah. I'm sure I was one of Henry VIII's 6 wives. I love everything to do with the Tudors. So I know I was right there. God, I hope I wasn't beheaded. Probably was. I might have been Cromwell or one of those who had my head on the spike of London Bridge on the Tower of London for 6 months. So everyone could see my head just hanging there with my tongue hanging out. You know what I'm talking about, right? Because we've seen the photos of what they did. Ugh. But yeah, I'm sure, because I've just got this. Some people say, I believe that I was on the Titanic. How many people have such a connection with the Titanic? So when that Titanic movie came out with Kate and Leo, it was, oh my God, I'm getting all these goosebumps. And I feel so connected to what happened in the Titanic. So maybe I was on the Titanic as well as living one of the Tudors in 1500 UK. Well, it wasn't UK back then, it was London, England. But see what I mean? I just had to correct myself because I know England was England. It wasn't the UK in the 1500s. It wasn't till 1700s when they all came on board. So how do we know all this? Wow. It's interesting, isn't it? I love it. Yeah. So Georgia, thank you so much for asking. Georgia Ryan, I need to know that he's okay and is around us, especially his mother. Yeah. Well, sweet pea, you don't need to know because you know. Georgia Ryan, just breathe. Stay calm. I like doing the 4-4-4 breathing technique. So let's do that right now. We breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out slowly for 4 seconds. Calms us down. And now when we sit quietly and we become aware of whatever is around us, we feel with our senses. I'm feeling with my sense of smell, my voice, my ears, my eyes. Every hair on my body is sensing energy around me. And then you talk to them. And you ask them to come and visit. You talk to them like they're a room away from you. So you're putting it out there. Hey, I'd really like it if you came to visit me. My dad came to me 3 nights a week for 4 months after he died. My grandmother died in 2003 and she gives me 5-cent pieces all the time. She rang me 3 days after she died. She rang me. So please believe this. Please know they're okay. Please know that everything is working out the way it should. Okay? It really is. Everything's working out the way it should. And they're fine. I can't tell you how I cannot wait to get back there. Because I died in 2001. But we can never force it or make it happen. We live this life knowing that they had their life. They had their lessons to learn. And you've got your lessons to learn. How do we learn how to grieve unless someone's taken from us? How do we learn the value of our own existence and to appreciate life unless it's a young person that's taken? How do we learn to love others unless the one that we love is taken? So I hope and pray you find this peace within you because you deserve this. You really do, Georgia. I don't cry because I'm upset. I cry because the energy changes. Never get angry when things happen. Look at everything in life as an opportunity. What is it out there to teach you? You know, if you look at my life, funny thing, Saturday, 6 days ago, 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 5 days ago, I was hit by a car. And the Saturday night before that, so it's 2 Saturdays in a row, we had a fatal car accident right outside my house. So I'm getting messages, I'm getting signs. So I'm being aware of things going on. I hope it's not me that's going to be in an accident. So I'm being aware. I'm driving carefully. I'm being consciously present with everything I do. So when you go out into your life, be consciously present and look for the signs that they give you. I find 5-cent pieces because my grandmother used to collect 5-cent pieces. So she's connected to it. My friend Anna, who lived in Wisconsin, she died last June, so it's been a year and a couple of months since she passed. And she was a Native American Indian. And she used to make craft things out of feathers. So when I was in my car, I just pulled up at the shops, and my car just got pelted down with probably 200 feathers. I looked up, there was no bird. But I got out of the car and I just picked up all these feathers and I've got them all in a jar because I know they're from her telling me everything's okay. So we've got to be present to get our messages. Okay? If you do want to talk to me, you're welcome. Please come talk to me. Okay? My email is below. Okay? Yep, so Dylan Karan, I got fired on Monday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, Dylan. Will it affect my relationship with the girl I've been talking to at work in a good or bad way? I told her I was sad I wasn't going to see her. She said, "You're going to see me," and we text a lot. And I'm taking her to a football game in September. I was planning to buy tickets to one football game, but I found out yesterday I won tickets to one of the games. Isn't this funny? Do you honestly believe that you would have won those tickets if you didn't lose your job? This is a sign. This is a sign. And if this girl is more concerned with you working there than trying to do your own thing, she's not the one for you anyway. So you're getting all these signs here. If she comes to the football with you because you got free tickets after you just got fired, you can't say that's a coincidence. That was meant to be to help you save money so you can still see this girl. Do I see you getting another job? Actually, you're going to get a job fast. I wish I had the same news for Julie Youngren and some others that have lost their job. But I can see you getting work straight away. So please get your face out there and get another job straight away. Because this girl, if she respects you and she's the one, she's going to tag along with you on that ride. Okay? And if she doesn't, then you sit there and say, damn, thank goodness I learnt early, before we got married and had 3 kids, that, how old are you? Is that a possibility in your future, marriage and 3 kids? Yeah, well, there you go, because it just came out. So you've always got to watch what I say, because things come out when I'm connected to someone. But Dylan, you won those tickets for a reason. So take her with you, okay? Get your face out there, get another job fast. Okay, Shams J2S, hello. Should I move to Spain or Italy? Oh, yes. Okay. Should I move to Italy or Spain? I'm actually seeing Italy. Venice. What's with Venice? Or is it further down? Well, like Florence. Yeah, I'm seeing in Italy. Okay. There you go. Just to say, yeah. Yeah. Sprinkle777, aka Charlie, hello. Dust to Dust, hello, Dust to Dust. Okay, I texted her, but all I got was breadcrumbs. I have quite a few appointments, so I've yet to fix a time for us. Hey, it's all good, Dust to Dust. Pardon me, email me when you're ready, okay? Because I want to fit you in. And let this girl do what she wants. You know, we can't control other people. She's a free agent, okay? She can do whatever it is that she likes. So just be aware of that, okay? Hafer B7K, hello. Do I have future with Hickam? I hope I pronounced that right. I'm just looking at the name. Hicham. Hickam? Do I have a future with them? Well, you do have a future with them because this person is a part of you now, so you're always going to have them in your thoughts. But do I see you having like the relationship that I hope and pray that you would have with somebody? I'm not seeing that at this point. But doesn't mean it's not going to come in the future. But today, the answer is no. I wish I had better news for you there. Okay? Yeah, but it doesn't mean 2 weeks, 3 months, things change. Okay? That's why I'm here every week. Okay? Every week I'm here doing live readings. So you're welcome to keep coming back and saying, hey, has it changed yet? Okay? Little Wave. Hi, Hafer. Where are you from? I am from Algeria. Ooh, I love it when I get all my people from everywhere on the planet. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. Sprinkle777, aka Charlie, is my boyfriend really wanting to break up with me? His name is Daniel. How's Daniel going? I can't tell you exactly how Daniel is feeling, but I do see that there is something standoffish with this person. There's a distance there. I'm hearing communicate with him. Ask him, you don't ever say why. I don't like the word why. Why haven't you spoken to me for 2 days? Because that's accusing. It's making them feel less than who they are. So you put out your emotions and you say things like, oh my gosh, I'm concerned I haven't heard from you in 2 days. I hope you're okay. See how that's a different way of communicating rather than saying, why haven't you texted me in 3 days? See what I mean? So put out your emotions. Let them know how you feel. And hopefully this resolves what's going on with Daniel. So he opens up and lets you know what's going on. Okay? But I am seeing that there's something else going on there with him as well. Okay. Little Wave. Oh, that's interesting. Georgia Ryan says, me, a contact for you and you so much. God bless. Yep. Little wave, thanks for sharing. Yep. Georgia Georgia Ryan says, Lynda, I'd love your contact info. Georgia, my email, all my links, etc., are all in the description. My email is there. Okay. Okay. Yes. Lynda@lyndaray.info. Okay. I'll add it as a comment now. So anyone who does want my contact email, Lynda, yeah, just spell it right because my mum spelt my name all weird, Lynda, and my middle name is Ray, Rae, not Ray. So there you go. Now you've got my email as a comment. Okay. Ivania N3Q, hello, will I obtain Italian citizenship? I do see that happening. Yes, I do see that happening. But it is a long path for you. Make sure you get all the dots crossed and the I's, you know what I mean? Yeah, fill out your paperwork right. That's what I'm saying. Okay? You don't want any delays because of the paperwork incorrections. Okay? Where they send it back and say, hey, we want further information. It's always best with immigration to give them too much than too little so they know that you're legitimate and you want it to happen. Okay? I do see you staying in Italy. Okay? It's funny because someone else just asked if they're moving to Italy. So the two things that were on my mind, one is I saw Florence come up. So I don't know if that was for you or for the other person above you. Okay. The other one, Italy. Yeah, the top of Italy. Vienna or somewhere up the top. So I got Vienna and I also got Florence. So I don't know which end you're going to in Italy. Okay. All right. But yes, I do see you there. Hafer says, welcome little wave. Hello, I love it when you guys all talk to each other. User SQ1, that's all I call you because you got all these other letters. That card just needed to get some good vibes from you. You know it was no accident. Well, I've just worked it out, guys. Last Saturday, I got hit by a car, and it was the Saturday night before that I had the fatal car accident outside my house. So, interesting. 2 car accidents on Saturdays. I'm going to be aware because it may not be a coincidence. Okay, well, there's never a coincidence. So I am going to be careful, especially this Saturday when I go out, if I have to go out in my car, because everything happens in threes. So let's just wait and see what happens this Saturday coming. Okay? I do a live at 9, so I'm just going to plan not to leave the house. There you go. Because we can hopefully stop fate. Okay. Priyanka W8Y5D. Hello, what's coming for me for the rest of the year? Well, Priyanka, I'm just going to say what I'm seeing for everybody. We're in this fire horse energy. The fire has ripped through the first 6 months of this year. Look at all the destruction that's left. Everything's waking up. Look at Fauci. He's been at Congress, pleaded the fifth 111 times. Why is the media not talking about this? We are getting to the point where disclosures are coming out. We're getting to the point where manifestation is real and things are going to be created in our future. I seriously would love this to happen for you as well, because I'm seeing really good things coming in the next 6 months for people. So this is where you manifest it. Put out what it is that you want. I make lists. Bear with me a moment. I make lists. I plan and I put down what it is that I want to manifest, and I put it away and I let it go. I think about other things so I don't just concentrate on it, okay? That's what I hope and pray you do as well, because there are a few people now that contact me regularly. They're going through absolute worst times of their lives, but that energy is about to change. Good things are coming for people. Yay. Okay, so we've just got to be prepared, stay aware, and watch for the signs when things happen. Okay. Georgia Ryan says thank you. Sama P2Q. Hey everyone, hello. How is Hussein feeling for me? I never read for other people. Summer, PTQ. I never read for other people, okay? The only one I'm going to help is you because you're taking the time to contact me today. Thank you so much for being here, okay? I don't read for other people. That's their free will, and they probably don't give me consent to tap in and find out what's going for them. However, I do tap in for you and tell you how it's going. At this point, I'm seeing everything is actually on plan. It's going well. Just stay to the plan. Don't get too caught up with expectations. Don't put pressure on another person. And that's something I'm seeing for you right now. Don't do those expectation ultimatums. Why haven't we got married? We've been going out for 3 years now. Don't do that to someone. Let them go. Let them plan. Okay? Let them make up their own choices on what it is that they want to do. That's what I'm seeing for you at this point. And hopefully it all works out because I really do want it all to work out for you. Okay? Sprinkle 777, aka Charlie. Good Lord, me too. I can't wait, and I'm here until I'm 92. Yay! Me too. Tonya says, no more car accidents for you. I've had more than your fair share, my friend. I know, but isn't it funny how I've had 2 car accidents on both Saturdays? Yeah. Pardon me. Let me just look in here in my book. Bear with me, guys, because I did take photos. Let me just look at my photos. Okay, so it was the 25th of July. So how many weeks ago was that? So that was 2 weeks ago. I'm just going to put it here in my book. Okay. And then I just got hit. Yeah. There you go. So it was last Saturday. The 25th of July was when I had the fatal car accident right outside my house. And then the next Saturday, I got hit by a car myself. So I didn't even connect that. So I'm really grateful I'm here today to connect that. So I've got to be aware because, hello, we're always psychic and we always, how can I ever teach you how to do your own personal development unless I use my own as an example, okay? I'm not being egotistical here. I'm just saying, wow, this is not a coincidence. There's been 2 car accidents in 2 weeks on the Saturday. So obviously I've got to be aware. This Saturday coming up, which will be the 8th of August, I've got to be aware that day. I'm not going to travel. I'm not going to get in a car on the 8th of August. So I'm going to be here for my live and then I'm just going to stay home, okay? So it doesn't happen in threes, okay? So there you go. So thank you so much for bringing that to my attention, Tonya. You're gorgeous. I love you, by the way. Solef, N2W, hello, will Karen help me get my legal documents? Now, I'm not going to tell you what Karen is doing for you, but Solef, I do see that you do get help. So making this about you do get help, okay? Someone is assisting you. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, someone is assisting you. This is good because 2 heads always work better than 1. So use their information, use their experience, their skills, whatever else information they have for you. This is actually really good that they will help you. Okay, yes is your answer. Introverted Turian says, thank you, I'll book with you very soon. Thank you so much. I love it when I meet people and you say, hi, I'm on your YouTube channel and I see you for the first time. And it's like, yes, because you see me. But when I see you, it's like, oh, I get so excited. I really do. I get so excited seeing you guys. Shahaim Q1U, hello. Will I get my apartment this year? Ooh. Now, isn't that an interesting one? Let me just scroll back up. Here we go. Will I get my apartment this year? I do see you have the opportunity to get this. We're in August now. I'm seeing August for you. It could happen in the next couple of weeks. Wow. So again, I'm just going to repeat it. Be aware of opportunities that come. If you're looking for an apartment, put it, keep looking out. Like, we used to have the old newspapers that we could look through for rentals or buying, so keep your eye on real estate because there could be like a deceased estate or something, which unfortunately, but it's sudden where things get suddenly put on the market and and it has to be so quick. So you've got to snap on those quick deals when we find those. Okay. So yeah, Sheham Q1U, will I get my apartment this year? I'm saying that's a yes. Okay. Yeah, I love that. TTQTP 19714. Hello, Linda. Hello back. I love you for being here. Manisha. Hello, Linda. Will I be fitness girl influencer? Well, why are you saying will you be? Why aren't you doing it already? Are you doing TikTok videos at this point? Look at monetization. You know, um, I'd like you to research all the different platforms and see which one pays the most. Because if you want to do this like to make money, get yourself onto the platform that makes you the most money. YouTube, they take half in fees. Come on. That's why I don't like doing super chats and members only videos because anything that you pay to me through YouTube, they take half. Benzo's already a billionaire. He doesn't need your money, right? So look at all the platforms where they give you better money. Okay. I'm seeing that there's platforms out there that pay you far, far better than YouTube. Okay. If you can get yourself onto that platform, do your fitness videos, I can see you. Isn't it funny? Remember, oh God, who was it? Who was it? She used to, Jane Fonda back in the 70s, okay? Because I'm old. Hello. Jane Fonda was one of the first out there that did fitness videos. So she'd be there doing all the exercise. This is it. Do it 10 times up and down, 10 times up and down. Now you go this way, now you go that way. Yeah, so a lot of people just like now staying at home. A lot of people now aren't going to the gym as often as they used to. So they want to watch people doing it so that it's like you're standing in front of them. Richard, oh my God, what was that Richard guy? He was actually quite a large guy. He got into fitness and he used to do all the fitness. He used to have really big curly hair. Oh gosh, I've got to find him. Richard, where is he? Richard, fitness guy. Richard Simmons. There you go. Richard Simmons. People want to see those sort of videos again. So, whenever you do fitness, why aren't you already doing this one? Get out there and do it now. Okay? Yeah. So, there's no will. Okay? Manisha, will I be a fitness girl influencer? Take that will off there. You've got it already there. Don't delay. Get out and start doing it. Okay? Between you and me, you're going to be good at it. Okay, but just make sure you get the right money for it. Okay. Georgia Ryan says, bless you. Dylan Karan 2685. I'm 27 and she's 39. Yep. Love it that you're nice and young. Man, I wish I was back in my 20s. Oh, yeah. Different life back then. That was 43 years ago. 33 years ago. I'm 33 years older than you, Dylan Karan. Oh my God. Wow. Let's keep going. Sham says Rome. It could be Rome. Yeah. I'd go to Italy. I'm seeing Italy. Okay. Yeah. So thank you to you too. Dylan says she's already got one kid, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you can't have more because I was 40 when I had my girl. So you've still got 13 years to go. Okay. Yeah. Don't think about time differences. Okay. And age. Look at that one lady. She was 66 when she had a baby. I don't know if I want to be 66 and having a baby. Man, that's a tough call. My cat's here somewhere. Oh, she's under. My cat's here. I just heard a yawn. She does this when she yawns. She's hungry. Okay. Aliyah Umar. Hello, hope you're well. Can I please ask a question? Well, yes, you can. Okay, that's what we're here for today. Thank you so much for asking, by the way. Okay, Dylan says, I want 2 kids. Well, there's a possibility there. Okay. Haffa says, thank you with some love hearts. I love it when you guys send me love hearts. Sprinkle777, aka Charlie, he is currently detained by ICE. I have been fighting for him, trying to get him back home. Yeah, I can understand the delay there. But it will get resolved, okay? It will get resolved. Do I see him staying with you? Yes. Okay? You're still connected. All right, so that's a good sign for you. So, of course, you're doing all you can to help them. And I think that's beautiful on your part. What a beautiful person that shows that you are. So, never forget that, okay? I love it when I feel how great people you are. I can see it. You try your best. You know, hardships come in ways and forms. You know, and I'm sure when you look at people like Bonnie and Clyde, they didn't just get born and say, hey, let's just start robbing banks. They did it because things were thrown at them in their life. You know, Genghis Khan didn't just say one day, oh, I just want to kill people. He did it because of, he had a wife who treated him awful and things happened. Look at Henry VIII. His first wife had 15 miscarriages. That would have destroyed anybody. So we all go through hardships, and I'm just talking about some of the hard hardships, you know. But in life, it's being able to pick ourselves up when hard things happen, making the best of a situation. And I know that you're doing that, Sprinkle777, aka Charlie. You're gorgeous. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I've got to keep moving, guys, because it's after 11 for me. Aliyah Umar, can you please tell me when will I get married or find my partner? It's getting too lonely here. Oh, sweet pea. Okay, let's go there. Right now, if you're feeling lonely, that's a concern for me. Okay? There's a big difference between being alone and lonely. I live alone. Well, I've got a daughter, but she's hardly ever here anymore. So I don't get lonely because I am sufficient in my own skin. I don't need another person. I don't rely on another person because I am independent, strong, and sufficient. I want you to find that within yourself because when you do find that you are everything you need, you'll find a person not to complete you. You'll find a person who complements you. So there's a big difference there. You, at this point, need to find out that you are a full cup of energy. I hope and pray you find this. So please work on your self-esteem, your self-worth, self-respect. Okay? Watch my videos. Go into my playlist and look at all my personal development videos. How to be happy, how to get self-worth, how to create who you are. Okay? Because we never need a person. So I've got to look at how you've written your comment. Can you please tell me when will I get married? Why do you need to be married? Because that's a big concern too. We only get married when we are compatible with another person and that person complements our life. Or find my partner. So you're more concerned with, so that you firstly mentioned marriage more than your partner. Okay? Just remember, I've studied psychology for about 8 years now. So I'm speaking from experience of the training I've had. So I would like you to get that marriage out of your head because, we all have dreams of getting married. And believe me, it's one day that we spend far too much money on because I've been there 3 times, okay? I've been married 3 times, well, 2 plus Tashi's dad. I was engaged to him, but we had a big engagement party. But at the end of the day, I could have put that money into a house. I could have bought a better car. I could have gone on a holiday, something that would have been more than just one day. And all you get is a piece of paper that then legally binds you to that other person. It's wonderful that you've got this dream and you've got this aspiration that you do want to be in a relationship, but you've got to work on you first so then you attract in the right person who's on that energy of being sufficient. You don't want a guy that comes into your life and he says, oh, I'm lonely. Thank God I've met you because you now make me feel complete. Come on. Because right now you're mirroring that sort of person. So once you work on your own self-esteem and you make sure that you are sufficient, because you are, you've just got to get out of that belief system that you're not. It's beautiful. So have a look at some of my videos. Go and listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza, okay? I love listening to Dr. Joe, okay? It's getting too lonely here. Well, I'm just going to say, if you're lonely, you need to get out of the house and go meet people. I don't sugarcoat things. I say it as I see it. Don't play victim. Get up, you get dressed, and you go out and meet people. If you like walking, go find a walking group. If you like dogs, go sit in the dog park and meet other owners. Okay? But don't play victim because you'll only attract in a victim who needs you to bring them up. And you don't need that because it'll never work out. Okay? All right, I hope that gives you some sense here. And please know I only say it because I love you. Okay? I really do. Sprinkle says thank you. Okay, so there's my email address. Yes, I did spell it right. Thank you for that. Everly says, okay, Bob Hope. Oh, gosh. Okay, guys. Georgia Ryan says, I'm not seeing your email. I apologize. Yep, well, I did add it there. It's down in the description below if you do want it. And I've just added it as a comment. It comes up as yellow at Dr. Lynda Cramer. It's about 2 above your comment there if you saw it. Manisha, yes, I'm a gym girl. Yeah, there you go. Bob Hope, trust me, Everly. Marisha says, thank you. Sprinkle says they are horrible. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I've studied the law since I was 14 and I figured out he is actually a US citizen. Oh, you get yourself a lawyer who also knows that legislation, Sprinkle. Okay. Yes, and at times God carries me through the toughest of times. Thank you so much. It's truly a gift meeting you. You have the most generous, gorgeous soul. Thank you for being you. Oh, I love it. If I can help you, if I can help just one person a day, I take that as an accomplishment. If I can help 10 people a day, it makes me feel an accomplishment. And if I help 1,000,000 people in a day, I have that same accomplishment feeling. It doesn't matter to me if I help one person or 50,000, as long as what I say is reached to the person who needs it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. I can't tell you how much it means to me. It really does. So I'm here twice a week. Today is Thursday, 9 a.m. for me. I do psychic readings, and I'm also here Saturday, 9 a.m. Brisbane time. So work out the time zones because I always announce it about an hour before I go live, so please set your notifications. And everybody gets tarot cards, and I tell you it's all about your coming week coming up. You can go and watch my last one from last week so you know what I talk about. Okay, Sprinkle has come on. Yes, your light shines brightly and beautifully, and you absolutely helped me today. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I've got a sore hand because I got hit by a car, remember? But, Mary's come out. Okay, who wants to see my cat just in closing? Come my big fat cat, guys. She's come out. There she is. Here's Mary with a big fat gut. So this is Mary. There you go. Look at the screen. Let people see you. Oh, my goodness. Up you go. Oh, okay. So that was Mary. Yes, she's been sitting near me beside my desk. That's it for me today, guys. I love you so much. I hope and pray that you have a great few days. I will be here at 9 a.m. Saturday doing my live. It's Tarot Day, okay? I love you all. Have a safe couple of days. No, I love you all. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have been watching today. I hope that you enjoy my channel. Please go in and look at my playlists because I've got over 600 videos of all the how-to videos in there. I've got all my NDE from when I died information. If you're into ghosts, I've got a whole channel there just about ghost stories. Okay. So thank you so much. Oh, Julie, you're still watching. Mary looks thrilled as usual. Julie. Oh, my God. Mary, yes, she's still going. I don't know how old she is, but she's an old cat. You know, she came to me when she was at least 5, and I've had her now for 12 years. So she's getting on in her years. She's getting a lot of grey, like me. But you know what? We're still here doing our job. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, 16. Yep, thank you so much for being here, Sparkle. Sprinkle 777, aka Charlie. You guys are amazing. You're the reason why I'm here. So of course you can go find my email. All my links are below in the description. I love you all. Have a great day, evening, or good night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you all soon. Okay, love you all. Bye.